This is Scott Kaplan and Crew Tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio. SoCal Sports Talk. Here's Scott Kaplan, Alex Padilla, and John Browner.
Hey, great friends, what's going on? It is a Friday afternoon. This is Kaplan and Crew with Grande and the Brown Man from the 7 Mile Casino Studios, 7milecasino.com. Today is a football Friday on the airwaves of ESPN 1090, which means we get off early today at 5 o'clock, and then we hand things off to the LA Football Network. Ryan Dyrud and his team will go deep on the NFC Championship game between the Rams and the 49ers. How are the Rams going to win this game? They've lost 6 straight. Ryan Dyrud will have all of that coming up for you at the top of the hour at 5 o'clock. And then at 6 o'clock, our man Scott Gilbranson will be here. Scott Gilbranson has the only Raiders-centric sports radio show in all of Southern California, Silver and Black Tonight. And even though the Raiders have been eliminated from the playoffs, still talking about what's going to happen with the GM search, the coaching search, the future of the Raiders roster, where they fit.
There's a lot of news when it concerns the Raiders, dude. So that show's still going to be populated, interesting, because they've got a lot of questions to answer.
Yeah, right on. So, okay, so Browner's here, Lawhead's here. It's a Friday afternoon. Alex needed the day off. Lawhead started the show today telling us the story about having his car towed yesterday by San Diego County sheriffs because his car was parked on the side of the street. And he still had, Jason, I assume it was the 2021 sticker on your light. So while we went to a commercial break, I ran out to my car and I still have my 2021 sticker on my car. And I know for a fact that I received the 2022 sticker in the mail, but because I've been in the process of all the moving and it's been such a headache for me, I know exactly where I put the sticker. And I just hope it's still there because I had the sticker. I took it to my girlfriend's house. I left it on the bed in the downstairs guest bedroom. And I haven't been in that room for a little while. And I still got stuff to move out of there. And I just hope that my 2022 sticker is sitting there. What do you do if you lose the sticker?
Well, you have to go down there and sit in line and take a number to get and show your registration and say that you lost it or it was whatever. That's what you have to do. And what happened with mine was actually 2020 because during COVID, I put my car non-operational for a year because we were just stuck at home. So when I re-registered.
Oh, wait a minute.
No, hold on. When I re-registered, no, it was non-operational for a year, parked illegally in my spot. I never drove it because we were in COVID. Me and my wife she was working from home. We were working from home. I eventually went and did all of that stuff. Everything got re-registered. I went to the DMV. I made my appointment. I paid my registration. I took it off a non-operational. I went and got the smog check and cleared the smog check and everything. And so when I didn't put the 2022 sticker on, it wouldn't have mattered, 2021 or 2022. Even if I would have gotten that sticker rolled through, I had made it non-operational for a year. That year's been everything's fine. That's the whole thing is when I went to the DMV, they're like, everything is fine except that you didn't put that sticker on. And he had the right to, with being on the street, do whatever he wanted to it. He could have just written me a ticket and said, yeah, go park it in your driveway right now, and just handed me a parking ticket for illegally parking a non-stickered plate. Yeah, he could have just did that, which I still got. I still got the ticket. Everything that I got, and I got the ticket.
How much total? How much in total?
Hold on, wait, no, hold on. Because I think I have a misunderstanding, and I want to make sure that this is very clear. So instead of you not having a 2021 sticker on there, you had a 2020 sticker on there.
Well, right, because I went non-operational in 2020.
So, okay. So here, in the defense of the officer, look at me.
Wow.
Jesus,
wow.
what's happened to me?
No defense of the officer.
What has happened to me?
It would have still happened, even if I would have. No, it still would have happened.
Hold on. Let me ask this question. If, as an officer, yikes.
Sheriff Browner.
As Sheriff Browner.
Because Sheriff Gore, the San Diego County Sheriff, for so many years, has announced that he is retiring. So while Browner says he's running for mayor, perhaps, Browner, you might even consider running for sheriff as well.
Well, I'm not voting for him. He's taking this guy's side.
No,
he already lost my vote. I don't even care where he's going with this.
As an officer of the law, if I look up and I see not only is your sticker not 1 year late, it's 2 years late.
Look,
yes, we have a problem.
but Browner,
I thought it was a
but Browner,
2021.
if do we have a problem if I come out there before the car's up and I tell you like it's here in front of this address? It isn't like the car's registered to some address somewhere who knows how long it's been. I get it. Look, if I wasn't around and I wasn't home, I get it. Bad luck, dude. He had nobody to talk to. He had nobody to address. He doesn't know how long it's been there or how long it might stay there. I get it. I was out before this bed was even starting to come down, pleading my case, showing him things like the registration. See how I paid it when I took it off a non-operational? You're just standing there, 6 foot, whatever, over the top. And I'm like, I can park it. I have a parking spot. I don't even know why I parked it here. He could have just been like, dude, park it. Here's your ticket.
You know what you should have said to him? You know what you should have said, Lawhead? You should have said, hey, look, I'm headlining the Comedy Store.
Yeah.
In early February. Why don't you let me get you VIP tickets?
You're about to make my jokes.
I told you, like I said, I was out of sleep. My wife was like, yelled me out of bed. I can't even really remember all of the things I was trying to even. This guy probably thought, what the heck? This guy, like, I literally came out of a trance. I was like, sleep in my eyes. I didn't even know what was going on. I'm like, dude, I'm looking at the driver going, I'm like, please don't put this up on your bed. And he's like, looking like, is this guy going to let him off? I'm like, oh, dude, it was.
Tell me this. And we'll get into some other stuff, but I'm just curious just to finish this story off. So your car gets towed. You got a 2020 sticker on your license plate, but you've already registered but you just didn't. Did you have the 2022 sticker or did you not have it?
Well, that was the whole thing. So no, I didn't have it because I recently was supposed to get it mailed to me. It never got mailed to me.
Probably in your mailbox today.
No, it's not. It's not because they failed to do it because all these computers that they have that supposedly talk to each other, they don't talk to each other.
All right. So here's my end all be all question.
All right.
Car gets towed. Car gets taken.
Now you got me angry again. I was feeling good. Now I'm all upset again. I'm all mad. I'm just reliving this for the third time today.
All right, here's my end all be all question though for Jason Lawhead. Car gets towed. Car gets taken to Oceanside. Now you got to go to the DMV, I guess, to get the sticker. Is that right?
Dude, I've had to go everywhere. Yeah. So now
you had to go to you had to go to the sheriff's office because you had to get
sheriff's office to get the release form for the tow yard.
Okay.
And they love to take their good old time there, boy.
Yeah.
Two pieces of paper. I was sitting there in the lobby. Only person. There was nobody at the sheriff's department. It took me almost a half hour. I'm sitting there going, you guys know I'm not going to make it. You know I'm not going to make it. You're like making it even longer because you know I'm not going to get to Camp Pendleton, wherever this place is, by 5 o'clock. I mean, this tow yard must be on like the last 1,000 yards of San Diego County. I swear to God, it might as well be in San Clemente. That's
yeah. So okay. So when it's all said and done, and you've gone to the tow yard and you've picked up your vehicle and you get it out, because you said that if it stayed overnight, it would have cost more to get it today.
Oh yeah.
What was it? How much did yesterday cost? Because your car got towed. The whole thing. Like, what did you have to, like, how much actual money out of pocket?
$348.
$348?
Yeah. And it would have been another 128 or 148, I think 128 if it would have stayed past 5 o'clock.
Wow. So you were looking at, if you didn't get that car yesterday,
over like close to 500.
$500, dude. Dude. Oh, that's
it's
such
criminal.
a headache. I know. I told the story earlier for those of you that are just joining us. When
the sheriff's department get their cut, you can see it on the bill. What the tow service is, it breaks down, and if it stays overnight, they get another part of that cut. They get another like $64 a day every time it sits there in impound. It's 64 out of that 100 and whatever the extra price is. 60. They just keep rolling it over.
Yeah, yeah. When I was telling the story earlier, when Jason was contacting me yesterday and saying, "Hey, bro, I need a hand. I need you to help me out. Come pick me up. Take me up to Oceanside. Help me out."
Like, hey, if you can. I was just like, look, if you're not doing the show, like I was just looking for any option.
I felt like, you know what, like we're pals. We hang out together. You probably didn't have a whole bunch of friends around town.
Yeah, especially close by. We live in the same neighborhood.
Yeah.
You know.
So, but I could hear the panic in your voice, and when I say the panic, Let me tell you something. I don't care who you are. Okay. $500 or $350, that's real money and it's inconvenient. Like, I wasn't planning on this $350 this month, you know, and now I got to hustle up and I got to come up with $350. I got to put it on my credit card or however it is you pay for it. And it's just a
And
complete headache.
what I had to do was a day where I just was going to relax all day, take a little nap after my booster, get some errands done. My wife, what I had to do first was, so this is from like 12 o'clock. I get waken out of bed at noon because I went home after the morning booster to take a nap. From 12 o'clock up until 4:54 p.m., I had to take my wife to work in her car, go down to the DMV to get a moving permit, right? You got to have like a daily moving permit because they know you because of the sticker. Yeah, you got to go get the thing out of tow. So if I get pulled over or anything happens out of the tow, I have to have it. So I had to go down to the DVM first. Then from the DMV after, because I didn't have an appointment, I had to sit there, pick a number, wait in line for an hour and a half to be called to get the thing, then get to the sheriff's department in Encinitas to get the release form. Then all the stuff happened. That's when I started calling you, like going, well, the only way, I can't take 2 cars up there. I can't get it released. Like, so let me call Kaplan and see if he's available. And then that was all the stress leading up to 5 o'clock was from the sheriff's department. By the time I got to the sheriff's department, it was like 3:30 because I had to sit and wait in line at the DMV.
All right,
it was unbelievable.
Let me close this story out by telling you guys a quick story. And then I want to talk about the Farmers Insurance Open related to the NFL playoffs this weekend. So here's a quick story. You guys will, I think, get a kick out of this. So a couple days ago, my girlfriend, you guys both know Rachel. My girlfriend tells me that her son, who's 18 years old, lost his wallet. And I was like, oh, that sucks, because losing your wallet's the worst. You got to call credit card companies if you had cash in it, if you had gift cards in it, if you had personal belongings that were, meaningful. Losing your wallet's one of the worst things that can happen to somebody. And when I say worst things, I mean, considering. So poor guy lost his wallet, and then I go to visit another friend of mine recently, and he winds up telling me this story. This is like the next day. He tells me the story that he was out in the ocean, like trying to learn how to surf, and he lost his Apple Watch, fell off of his wrist in the ocean, right? Well, 48 hours later, somebody called him and said, hey, man, I found your Apple Watch in 40 feet of water. I was scuba diving. I'm a former Marine, and I teach former military people scuba diving to help them, relieve PTSD. You know how everybody's got something to help military people get over PTSD, and it's wonderful, right? So here's this guy, former Marine, scuba diving in 40 feet of water in the La Jolla Shores area, and he finds my buddy's Apple Watch. Well, it turns out the guy doesn't have an Apple Watch, so he doesn't have a charger. So he tells the story. He goes to the store, he buys a charger, he puts the Apple Watch on the charger, charges it up, and is able to find my buddy to give him his Apple Watch back. So my buddy says to him, he goes, hey, man, you're doing all this wonderful work for military people. I've already gone out and bought another Apple Watch. Like, I needed it. I couldn't live without it. So feel free, keep it, man. Have it. It's yours, have it. So he winds up giving this guy this Apple Watch. Well, that same day, I drive over to Lawhead's house to give him something.
The ether cable.
Right. Lawhead opens up the door to my son's car because I'm driving around my son's car. Luckily, by the way, I'm driving my son's car because he got the 2022 sticker on his car. I got the 2021 on my car. I go to Lawhead's house. Browner, you're going to love this. Lawhead opens up the side door, the passenger side door, and he goes like this to me. He goes, hey, there's a wallet on the ground. I've never seen it. I've been driving this car for 3 weeks since my son left for college. I go, wait a second. Maybe that's my girlfriend's son's wallet. So he gives me the wallet. I open it up. It's not my son. It's not my girlfriend's son's wallet, but it is my son's former roommate's wallet, the kid who goes to school up in Saddleback. So what's happened is my buddy lost his watch. Somebody found it on the bottom of the ocean floor, called him, wanted to return it. He gave it to him. I show up at Lawhead's house to give him something. He finds a wallet that belongs to somebody else who's now getting back their wallet. And when Lawhead calls me yesterday and needs a friend, and I'm like, dude, I can't come pick you up. I said, I'll send an Uber for you, and pay it forward. This whole weird sort of circle of things were happening with the iWatch being found on the ocean floor, giving it to the guy who found it, Lawhead finding the wallet, me getting it back to the kid who lost it months ago, who probably wanted that cash that was in there and the debit card that was in there, and then Lawhead needing a hand and me saying I'm sending an Uber for you. I mean, this whole thing goes round and round and round, you know?
Yeah, man. And that was that was a big pay it forward. I thanked you a lot yesterday on the thing, because at the end of the day, like, just you being like, hey, I'll send an Uber to your house at your address, meet him there. And that thing got me there at 4:54. It saved me $130 probably.
Yeah, I know, man. I know. This sucks, dude. Hey, San Diego County Sheriff, dude. Can we listen? Much love. We appreciate all of your protection, but come on,
especially when somebody comes out and it's their address and you're like, dude, look, it's registered to this address. I live right here. Can I just pull it in and then take care of this? Like, just be like, yeah, man, stuff sucks for people, especially people renting. It's just like,
well, he looks at you and he thinks of you as a guy. Hey, he's in Solana Beach. I got plenty of money. Screw him. And by the way, I'll make it more difficult.
He can afford it.
I'll put him up in Oceanside where he's really got to schlep.
Oh, yeah, that's where they take you up way up there. So
yeah,
if you're getting, oh boy.
Oh, hey, boy. Hey, listen, give me a minute to just pay some bills here. And that is to say, I want to mention to everybody, iThriveMD, ithrivemd.com/Kaplan is the website. Yesterday, Dr. Damani was on the air. And Browner, I'm getting so many people who hear Dr. Damani and we're talking about these IV lounges where it'll be me, you, Grande, DJ Gay, and we'll likely invite like 4 to 10 listeners, viewers to come join us and come to this IV lounge where, hey, Doc, hit us with the IV, give us all these vitamins. Doc was talking yesterday about no matter how much we take in, no matter how much we try and control and watch everything we eat, which most of us don't do. I know I'm guilty of that. Our bodies don't absorb the vitamins. He actually said, your gut doesn't process all the vitamins from your food or supplements that you're taking in. That's why we give it to you directly via IV. So I'm just going to tell you guys, be on the lookout. It's coming in the month of February. We're going to be doing IV lounges at iThriveMD. We're all going to get healthy. We're all going to take in these vitamins. We're all going to hang out. It's going to be a lot of fun, and we're going to be as healthy as we possibly can be in 2022. ithrivemd.com/Kaplan, 858-240-1497. We're a whole lot more than just testosterone. I can tell you that right now. So telling the story earlier today that Jim Nantz was on the show yesterday. And Jim is telling the story that he's calling the Farmers Insurance Open happening at Torrey Pines right now, but he's calling the action from Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. And listen, I've been lucky enough to visit with Jim every year up in the booth on the 18th green. His back is to the action. And by the way, the only thing he can see is the approach shots. Everything he calls is from television monitors. So it really doesn't matter if he's on the course at Torrey Pines or if he's at the stadium at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. It's essentially the same thing. The only difference is he and Sir Nick Faldo are not sitting right next to each other, and they got to really listen and be careful and not step all over each other. But I'll throw it to you guys. Don't you find that to be amazing? And Browner, you said earlier, we've all learned to broadcast from different places and adjust how we do things. But to call PGA golf at Torrey Pines from the site of the AFC Championship, where the next day, Sunday, Jim will call that game, I kind of thought that was really cool. And it certainly was something I had no idea about until Nance came on yesterday. What'd you think?
Some good things did come out of COVID. As much as it's been a pain in the backside for many, many people, and condolences to over the 900,000 people who lost their life from COVID complications, we learned how to work from home.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
That's all I got.
I mean, I'd rather be in San Diego and call the Chiefs game from here. But, sit here, watch a weekend of golf, nice and cozy, and then just call the game with Romo sitting in KC. But, yeah, it's cool. I mean, Nance is one of the best that's ever done it. And, obviously you want him on every call that you usually get him on, which is a Sunday round at golf. And you can't, it doesn't matter where he wasn't going to be able to broadcast the Sunday round and the football game at the same time.
But Jay, you realize that what the PGA Tour did for Torrey Pines and for CBS is they said, look, we're not going to play on Sunday. We'll play Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Final round will be tomorrow afternoon at Torrey Pines.
Sure. And
then Sunday, rather than having anybody televises, forget about CBS. They could have moved it in other places because CBS has the football game. The PGA Tour is like, why would we take an early season West Coast swing golf tournament that's not a major.
Right.
Why would we put it up against NFL playoffs on Sunday? It was a brilliant move, I believe.
Yeah, it was a great move, and it also gives them leverage to do this again in any other certain scheduling conflicts that may come or arise. You know, obviously, football season Sunday is usually the biggest of any Sunday events that we'll ever see, but you never know what may happen where they can go, hey, we're going to tee this one off on Wednesday to Saturday so we can get this programming in on the same network on Sunday. And yeah, they couldn't have done both. I mean, maybe they could have moved golf to Amazon or something or whatever, or you know, some type of streaming service if you are that big of a golf fan and wanted to watch a final round, whatever. But this was the play, and it keeps Nance in play for the whole thing. He's the voice of CBS Golf, NFL. The Masters will come along. He'll be with that, the Final Four. I mean, what
he said yesterday, he said that golf would get like no rating if it were on up against the NFL playoffs. So, hey, speaking of the NFL playoffs, though, let's do this. Let's come back. Let's talk about both championship games. Let's make predictions. Let's see what we all think. We're in the 7 Mile Casino Studios. NFL Championship Weekend coming up next here on Kaplan and Crew.
We'll be right back with more of Scott Kaplan and Crew Tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio. SoCal Sports Talk.
Kaplan and Crew Tonight is brought to you by BMW San Diego, your certified BMW dealer, serving drivers throughout San Diego and the surrounding areas.
We are very proud to announce that the Mightier 1090 is SoCal's newest ESPN affiliate. Introducing the Mightier 1090 ESPN Radio. One of the largest radio stations in North America just got bigger and better. Joining forces with the worldwide leader of sports, ESPN. The Mightier 1090 ESPN Radio.
When California weather conditions create a high risk for wildfires, electric companies may shut off power in some neighborhoods as a precaution. These public safety power shutoffs could affect homes and businesses and interrupt power to your home, devices, and even our Cox facilities. During a PSPS, we'll work hard to keep customers connected to their Cox services in conditions that are safe for you, our employees, and our community. For information and updates, follow us on Twitter and visit cox.com.
From fitness to medical technology, explore how people are leading healthier lives on Your Health.
I'm Erica Cardenas. On the next episode of Your Health, we're kicking off the new year with healthy lifestyle tips. We tackle and bust health myths and need-to-know education about the COVID-19 vaccine.
Watch Your Health, Sunday at 4:30 p.m. on YourView and YourView.com.
Main streets are the heart of our communities, where we connect with our neighbors, support local businesses, and share new adventures. Main Street Living celebrates all of this, bringing you uplifting stories with guests from across the country and your community. Main Street Living covers what's important to you today, from our street to your street. Join Cheryl, Danielle, and Quincy for Main Street Living, Mondays at 9 on YourView.
I founded Driveway Auction after working in the automotive industry, becoming a dealer and questioning the process that puts consumers at a huge disadvantage when selling their cars.
The big difference between Driveway and the other services is that Driveway works for you. If you've ever tried to sell a car, you know that it's an awful process that makes you either go and meet strangers in parking lots to take test drives or sit at the dealership for hours and hours while they wear you down. Driveway eliminated all of that.
With Driveway Auction, we come to you, so we complete the 40-point vehicle inspection from the comfort and convenience of your own driveway.
We send an independent third-party inspector to take measurements of the car, take pictures of it, evaluate the condition.
We use that information to advocate for you, using our network of buyers to compete. And when they compete, you win.
They take over the whole process, and you don't have to do anything.
Our clients get more money and a better process with Driveway.
Everybody at Driveway made me feel so comfortable during the whole process. It was a great experience.
Prospect Home Finance is a mortgage company. We specialize in residential refinances and home purchases. So Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, if you're going out looking for a pre-approval to buy a new home, meet with the realtor, we would help you facilitate that. and walk you through the process from A to Z. We specialize in getting homeowners loans for their dream home, but we also do more than that. So today we came down to Ocean Beach, partnered up with Surfrider, and had some team members come down here from Prospect, all pitched together, and had quite a bit of trash to clean up.
It's really heartening to see people come out and really care for the waterways.
It was great getting out here, and we're going to do it again soon. We're always looking for ways to give back to the community of San Diego. So if you have any ideas or need any help or support in any way, visit us at homefinance.com.
1090 just got bigger and better. Please join us in welcoming SoCal's newest ESPN affiliate, the mightier 1090 ESPN Radio. NFL, MLB, NBA, live game, the best sports talk programming with the largest signal in all of California. The mightier 1090 ESPN Radio.
Explore the Southwest lifestyle, the culture, the music, the food, y más. Join hosts J.R. Cardenas and Vanessa Ramirez on Su Vida.
Welcome to 2022. Did you make a New Year's resolution?
We have the top 10 most popular and our advice on the next Su Vida.
Watch Su Vida Sunday night at 7 on YourView and YourView.com. Brought to you by Prospect Home Finance. Fast, friendly, affordable.
When doors open for kids, they change lives. For over 75 years, the Boys and Girls Clubs of Greater San Diego has been opening its doors to provide a safe place for kids whenever they are out of school. A place with caring mentors and opportunities to focus on academic success, healthy lifestyles, and character building. At the club, we do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid that walks through our doors by inspiring, empowering, and changing lives.
Kaplan and Crew Tonight presents Let's Talk Hookup.
Hi, this is Pete Gray with this week's Fish Report. Still wintertime fishing, sand bass and sculpin in the California waters. Sand bass have been hitting some leadhead with empty swim baits on them. Little tip of squid on the end might be a good choice for you. Catalina, still no sign of good yellowtail fishing, but the lobster fishing has been pretty good on the front side, and there's been some bonita and some halibut on the back side, so you might check that out. A lot of squid over at San Clemente Island, but no sign of yellowtail over there yet. So hopefully that'll change soon. Of course, south of the border, Coronado Islands, still no sign of yellowtail yet, but good rock fishing, really good lingcod fishing down there. So watch for that to be better. Down in Cabo, lots of good striped marlin fishing. So if you want to head south, get a little warm weather, some good fishing, go down to Cabo. Hey, this weekend on Let's Talk Hookup, we're going to have a couple of great shows. So be sure to tune in on the Let's Talk Hookup app and the mightier 1090 ESPN Radio.
Let's Talk Hookup airs on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio, Saturday and Sunday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m.
Prospect Home Finance, San Diego's mortgage leader, is celebrating 15 years of happy clients. HomeFinance.com is the go-to resource online or on your mobile device to discover your best home loan options.
Hi, I'm Jason Bondrak, CEO at Prospect Home Finance. I want to say thank you to all of our clients, both past and future. As part of our 15-year anniversary, we'll close your home loan in 15 business days.
Start your easy home finance process today at HomeFinance.com.
When California weather conditions create a high risk for wildfires, electric companies may shut off power in some neighborhoods as a precaution. These public safety power shutoffs could affect homes and businesses and interrupt power to your home, devices, and even our Cox facilities. During a PSPS, we'll work hard to keep customers connected to their Cox services in conditions that are safe for you, our employees, and our community. For information and updates, follow us on Twitter and visit Cox.com.
Welcome back. This is Scott Kaplan and Crew Tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew Show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio. SoCal Sports Talk. Here's Scott Kaplan, John Browner, and Alex Padilla.
Hey, great friends. We welcome you back to Kaplan and Crew along with Grande and the Brown Man. Grande not here. Jason Lawhead is filling in. Hey, by the way, a lot of commentary yesterday from people hitting me up on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram. Browner, people were furious with you yesterday.
Why? It better not be about that s'more. It better not be about that s'mores madness.
It was exactly about the s'mores madness.
What they mad about? Because I never had no s'more before.
Yeah, I don't understand what everybody's problem is. You know what I mean? Like Browner brings up this whole point that he's like, where am I going to make a s'more?
When I'm on s'more.
You know, and Grande's like, yo, have you ever gone camping? And Browner's like,
no.
Bro, man, don't go camping.
I got a rule. I don't go where they live. They don't come where I live. Period. End of story. When I live at a place where a bear can walk on my property, then I'm going to go camping. Until then, a bear needs to walk through North Park and get a latte from Starbucks before I go camping.
Yeah. Well, I will tell you this. Somebody sent a phenomenal suggestion. Jason Lawhead, I don't know if you like s'mores. I like s'mores, but I'm not like crazy about s'mores because I feel like you got this graham cracker that's a very crunchy thing. Then you got this very hot, melty marshmallow, okay? And then on top of that, you put like as if the marshmallow is the burger and the Hershey's milk chocolate is the cheese. And then you hope that it melts. And then you put the other graham cracker on top. And then when you go to take a bite of the s'more, the marshmallow comes flying out. It's all over your hands. You never really. And then by the end of the s'more, you're like putting it in your mouth. You're putting it in your mouth. It's all over your fingers. I'm licking my fingers. Okay, it's a very hard thing to eat. But somebody sent a tweet yesterday that suggested don't use the Hershey chocolate bar. Take a Reese's peanut butter cup, throw that in the middle of the s'more, and then get back to me. So
then get back to me.
I mean, a lot of people
like
were
take
on
two of those and then call me in the morning. I've never, s'mores. No, here's what I'll do. You know what I'll do a s'more? I'll do a s'more only if I'm sitting around a fire, drinking some beers, and one of my friends that have little kids still comes over and brings me a s'more because they made one. And I'm like, thank you. And I take a bite and then it's great. And then I toss it. I got nothing. No, there's no reason to get anywhere near a s'more, involved in a s'more. Look at, I don't need to do all of those steps just to have some chocolate and marshmallows if I ever wanted it. It's ridiculous. You're right. It's gooey. It's a state, it's a process. You got to build a fire.
Where I'm gonna build a fire in the hood to do some s'mores, man. I just never. Anybody upset with that? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't live in enough luxury to start a fire somewhere.
Yeah, I know.
Get out of here.
Right. Sorry, I don't have acreage.
Right. My bad.
I thought you're coastal elite, dog.
Nah, bro. No, that's you, and that's old Mister in Santa Barbara right now. That is the definition of coastal elite.
Browner and I out here getting our cars towed, man.
Right. I almost got killed in City Heights because I didn't have my sticker in. Exactly. I don't know what coastal elite is.
We're living the real hard life over here. You guys,
that car. That officer took that weapon out and was like, "Get on the ground." I was like, "Bro, what did I do?"
Kaplan net worth is 18 million. Alex is up in Santa Barbara. You and I we're getting
fighting to get our car not
shook down by the cops.
Dude, I'm so rich. I'm so rich at $18 million of net worth. I'm so rich now.
He can drive around without his sticker on and got no issues.
No.
Listen, he's so privileged, Jason. He's so privileged with his 18 million.
He
don't even know he ain't got the sticker on the back.
Yeah. Wait. Now listen. I'm so privileged with my 18 million. That when my friend called me and desperately needed a ride, rather than jumping in my car and going to give him a ride, I freaking sent an Uber for him. That's how my 18 million's feeling right about now. Yeah.
That elitism. Pick you up.
Hey, you can't be elite. It's good to know an elite.
Yeah.
My driver will come get you. What do you mean? I'm not picking you up.
I have a really good friend of mine, one of my best friends, and he's a wealthy guy. And I always joke with him. I say something like, "Hey man, you want to help me move this weekend?" And he'll say to me, "That is outside the scope of the relationship." Yeah, okay. And so like I'll send him a text today and I'll be like, "Hey, tomorrow, I don't know what you got going on, but would you like to come over and help me unpack boxes because I'm trying to get my life reorganized?" And he'll write back, "That is outside the scope of the relationship." I was so close to telling Lawhead yesterday, me picking you up and leaving a Zoom call that is very important to me. Okay, that to me is like, the number one priority in my life. Me leaving this Zoom call and coming to pick you up outside the scope of the
That's
relationship.
great.
But sending an Uber for you, sending an
That's
Uber,
great.
not a problem.
No, and that was actually that worked out probably more perfect and it just was. What's funny is though that guy's so rich that's probably he probably has like an algorithm programmed where that's just an auto reply to certain things that pick up ridiculous requests. Like, I'm so rich, just build this auto reply that says that is outside the scope of our relationship to pick up any types of questions.
Yeah, right.
That's a scope diagram.
Right. If
exactly.
it says, will you help me move? That's how outside the scope of the
Anything
relationship.
like that.
Can I borrow $1 million? Like, yeah, sure, no problem. That's no problem at all. Ask me to move you, forget about it. I'll send movers for you.
Yeah.
I will. All right, listen, great friends. We're so happy to have everybody here. It's a Friday afternoon. Jason Lawhead is in for Grande. Me and Browner are in the house. Glad to have everybody here. For everybody that's tuning in on ESPN 1090, quick reminder for you. Today is Football Friday on 1090. And coming up at the top of the 5 o'clock hour, it's Ryan Dyrud and the LA Football Network, and he's going to go deep into the NFC Championship game, obviously with the Rams being involved. And then coming up tonight at 6 o'clock on the radio, Scott Gilbranson, San Diego kid, who covers the Raiders and has Silver and Black tonight. It's the only Raiders-centric sports radio show in the entire industry throughout the entire region. So Ryan's coming up at 5. Scott's coming up at 6. It's a Football Friday. So with all of that being said on a Football Friday, let's go deeper into the games. Let's kind of make our picks here today, and let's see how we do come Monday afternoon when we get back onto the airwaves. For those of you that are with us on YouTube, heart and soul, get involved in the chat. TV viewers tonight on Channel 4, part of the Cox Your View Network. Happy to have you guys all along. And over the weekend, if you find yourself out at the Farmers Insurance Open, or you're going for a walk on the beach, or you're going out for a drive, make sure you catch up on all the week and all the content with our podcast, whether it's Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, and wherever else. This segment on Kaplan and Crew is being brought to you by Mountain Trust Mortgage and Realty Services, 858-376-1299, 858-376-1299 for Gary Cooper. You have any real estate questions of any kind, he's the go-to guy. And what he talked about earlier this week about solar and how if you lease solar, but you're trying to refinance your house, you can get all screwed up. And a lot of our listeners hit me up and said, I had no idea. That's why they're calling Gary. Gary Cooper, 858-376-1299. All right, Lawhead, I'm coming to you first. The AFC Championship game, Cincinnati, Kansas City. KC, a monster favorite in this game. You tell us.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you look at the two games, they're obviously the heavier favorite, right? And rightfully so at home with all the accolades that they have. But I really have a belief that right now, Cincinnati has nowhere near played their best game that they can play in the playoffs. They've played some great games throughout the season this year. And I think that they have the opportunity against this defense to play one of those games. I think, Jason said it a lot when we talked to him, Markham, that like, hey, look, you can't go tit for tat and tit for tat. Their defense is going to have to make stops. But I still like the Chiefs by a touchdown. I will say this, that, Cincinnati, if they can put it together and Mixon has that game, I think he's the X factor. I think Mixon's the X factor. Keeping Burrow sacked 5 times or less, maybe they can get away with a 6th or 7th if they do the right things and make big plays. But if they don't make big plays and score touchdowns, then he can't afford to get sacked 5 or 6 times. And Mixon has to have a good game. I think if those two things will be an equal, Bengals defense will show up as best they can. I mean, they're going to give up big plays. They're going to give up yards. They're going to give up probably touchdowns. But, if they can stay strong in coverage for most of the game and make Mahomes work on drives and, they're going to have a shot. I like them as an underdog more than I would have if you would have told me last year, hey, next year it's going to be Chiefs Bengals in the AFC title game. I would have been like, I'll put everything that I own on the Chiefs to cover whatever you're going to tell me. But right now, I mean, that spread, I wouldn't be surprised if the Bengals, definitely covered the spread. And if they win it, then it's a huge upset.
Yeah. What do you think, Brown? I mean, you giving Cincinnati a shot here?
Plainly, no. None. Zero. None. Not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. I love Jamar Chase. I really do. After what I saw them do against the Bills, one of the best defenses in the league, I just honestly don't know if I could sit here and tell you that the Bengals have any chance at all. I mean, you have a chance because you take the field. But unless COVID overtakes the Chiefs in the next couple of days, the defense has been just good enough. Their offense has been lights out. And again, I can't repeat this enough. The Bengals have won 2 playoff games. They weren't good in either one of those games. The other team was just worse.
Yeah.
The
I don't know
Raiders
why,
weren't
though.
great.
Keep going. Go ahead. Go ahead.
The Raiders weren't great.
Right.
And the Titans just looked rusty, and they did not have the offense to pull it off. You can thank Ryan Tannehill for that. So I never saw them. I never, ever thought that the Bengals were going to make it to this point. And in the fashion in which they made it gives me zero confidence that the Chiefs will play bad enough for them to move forward.
I don't know why, though. Well, let me say it like this, because I really want to get to the NFC title game as well. And I really also want to start promoting Lawhead's headlining down at the La Jolla Comedy Store. So I got a bunch of stuff on my mind. But I think that most of us have a perception. The Chiefs are the class of the AFC. Mahomes is the most exciting player. Tyreek Hill's unstoppable. Travis Kelce's incredible. They're at home. That place rocks. I think most of us think, okay, you can't beat the Chiefs in this situation, particularly if you're the Cincinnati Bengals. You know, the Cincinnati Bengals have been a laughingstock franchise in this league for the last 20 years, you know? And I know there was a time when Marvin Lewis was the coach where, you know, Carson Palmer was the quarterback, and there were some playoff appearances in there. Andy Dalton too. But
7-0-7
in the postseason.
Yeah, with Marvin Lewis. 7 times he got him to the postseason. They had some good teams, actually. Ocho Cinco. You're right. They had 2 runs. Carson Palmer breaks his leg in that game against Pittsburgh. I mean, that was a really good Bengal team that just got bad luck in the first quarter of a playoff game. But, you know, Marvin Lewis, you know, and they held on to him for a long time. I give them credit, like for you know, saying, hey, this guy has made some winning teams. We just, you know, in that division they were in during that time, the Steelers and the Ravens both won 2 Super Bowl titles over that 20-year span. So, you know, yeah, they've had some bleak moments, but nothing like what's over my shoulder. That's for sure. They've had some good quarterbacks and a great coach for a long tenure that just couldn't win a playoff game.
So here's the thing. Again, you got the Chiefs at home, most exciting quarterback, incredible receiver, tight end, a lovable coach that people think is great. They're at home, crazy crowd, etc. Everything points to Kansas City. Why are we not giving any credit, though, to the fact that the Bengals did beat the Chiefs just a few weeks ago? Joe Burrow, this second-year quarterback, 446 yards and 4 touchdowns with no interceptions in that game. And while he was sacked 9 times against Tennessee, he was only sacked 4 times that day against Kansas City. Joe Mixon didn't have a big day on the ground, only 12 carries for 46 yards. And Jamar Chase had 200-plus yards, 266 yards receiving. By the way, on the other side, Tyreek Hill, 6 catches, 40 yards. Travis Kelce, 5 catches, 25 yards. And Mahomes was 26 of 35 for 259 and 2 touchdowns. Was never touched, by the way. He wasn't sacked. All I'm saying is Cincinnati beat these guys 34-31. And by the way, one other note, at halftime of that game, it was 28-17 in favor of Kansas City, and Cincinnati wound up coming back and winning because Kansas City only scored 3 points in the second half. I just feel like the Bengals have a real shot at winning this game. And even if they don't win, if I were betting on the game, I'd take the Bengals to cover based on what did happen just a few weeks ago.
Okay, so let me ask you a question, because if you're saying why can't people see what you're seeing, I'll ask you this question. Do you think the Chiefs are going to play that bad again? Do you think the Chiefs will play at the level the Titans did? Do you think the Chiefs will play at the level the Raiders did for the Bengals to have a chance? Because the stats you just read off, Tyreek Hill ain't going to be that bad again. Travis Kelce ain't going to be that bad again. So you're banking on 2 guys who just gave you career level performances to not be good.
Well,
in a high level situation.
Right. You're right. Because the opposite is true as well. Do I expect Joe Burrow to be that good? Do I expect Jamar Chase to be that good? And do I expect Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce to not be their normal selves? But I'll tell you right now, here's my pick. And then we'll move to the NFC title game. I'm picking the Chiefs to win the game. But I'm going to say right now, I think Cincinnati covers. I'm looking at a 33
You're covering
to 30.
right now.
What's that?
You're covering right now.
Covering what?
Pick a side, big fella. Come on now.
I'm picking Kansas City to win the game. Kansas City 33, Cincinnati 27. You know, like right in there, but covering the 7.5 points.
Yeah.
What do you got, Browner?
Let me see. Yesterday we did this. And
I had 37-30 on our show.
Right.
Jeez.
Jason had 37-30, and I had 42-24 Chiefs.
That's right. You had a blowout.
I think it's
Browner, you have your notes written on random envelopes? Is that what you just had on the screen?
Look, man, I have been telling myself to go get index cards for like 3 weeks, and I don't. And I've got a drawer full of envelopes. So I've just been writing my notes on envelopes this entire time.
My problem is I write on scrap paper. So I have printed out stuff, and then I write notes on the back of scrap paper, and then I wind up throwing the scrap paper away. The smart thing to do for those who like to actually write stuff down, okay, is to have like a notebook, you know, or as Browner calls it, a diary.
Notebooks. I got 6 notebooks. I'm writing so many different things in there, and I'm like, oh, this notebook will only be for the show. It ends up having a rap written in it. Then I'm working on this quote table book, and it's got the quotes in there, and it's just all over the place. So
JD, random website you wrote down that you wanted to check out that you saw on TV.
Yeah.
I do that. I'm like, what is this? What is this?
Jay, you got a notebook where you write jokes in, or you write concepts
I got a
for
little
jokes?
joke notebook. Yeah, definitely. For this show, usually what I'll do is Browner and Lawhead, and we only have an hour, so I could just kind of spew that. And I have a lot of that just kind of hamster wheel stuff that I know what, like, you know, we're going to talk about 3 or 4 or 5 things, and I'm just going to go and say, if I, you know, get to these points, like one thing I wanted to talk to you guys about when we get to the NFC title game, I wanted to pose something to you that was in my head for the.
All right, well, why don't you do it, because we've got about 4 minutes to go here.
So
and then we're going to hand off to Football Friday on 1090. Go ahead.
So right now, here's what I want to pose, because if we're unanimous that the Chiefs are going to win, and let's say most of the Chiefs are going to win, out of this matchup coming, I know the 49ers won 6 in a row, but let's just say out of this matchup, all things being equal, who out of the winner of this Rams 49ers game do you give the best shot to go and match up and be able to beat the Chiefs in SoFi? Remember, it's in SoFi for the Super Bowl. Rams or 49ers, out of that, who do you think has the best chance to take the Chiefs down?
My thought is for me, it's the Rams, because the Rams can keep up in a shootout. I don't think the 49ers can. So that's my answer. What about you, Brown?
The 49ers, they owe them one. Again, they were one throw. Jimmy Garoppolo was one throw away from no one trash about him. One throw. So he's got something to prove. Kyle Shanahan blew another lead. He's got something to prove. So I think if it's 49ers Chiefs, I think that's going to give you a much better game, because those two teams met before, and it was a very close game that the 49ers just couldn't make one throw.
Okay. Right. I feel the opposite. I feel like I saw the Rams and the Chiefs at the Coliseum, Jared Goff against Patrick Mahomes in what was an all-time classic shootout. And if the Rams are really better with Matthew Stafford than they were with Jared Goff, I give the Rams a better chance to beat the Chiefs than the Niners. And if I could pick my Super Bowl, Rams Chiefs would be it, because I think the Chiefs Bills game could be duplicated by the Rams Chiefs.
So I lean towards the Rams. I mean, they both pose interesting matchups, but I lean towards the Rams, and mostly agreeable with you, Cap. And what I saw, I think what the Rams were able to do and how they did it to Tampa in Tampa is kind of why I decided to go that way. And also the way they were able to play against Arizona, who isn't the type of caliber that Kansas City is. I get that. But Tampa Bay is the defending Super Bowl champ with the greatest ever, and they were at home, and they had some guys back. Fournette was back, and they felt good about the team they were putting out on the field for the most part.
Brady can't move, dog. Brady can't move.
But I'm just saying, all things being equal, I like how the Rams were able to win and deliver in that game on the road against the Super Bowl champs who won it in their house. And if they have a home game against, you know, in their home field, at least familiar territory, I think you're right. I think that they can keep up and maybe get into a shootout better. And I still think they have the ability to get to Mahomes and disrupt him with Donald. Yes, 49ers can pressure him and knock him around and knock him down, but can they score enough points against that Chief team to win it?
Okay, so make the prediction, because we're hustling. We're up against the clock in Football Friday on 10.
I got the Rams. I forget. What did I write down? I got Rams there. Do you remember what I wrote down? Rams in
you Rams
24-20, I think.
23-20 Rams.
23-20 Rams. All right, Browner, make your prediction. Who you got in the NFC Championship game?
24-20 49ers.
24-20 49ers?
49ers, yeah.
I'm going to go in a different direction here. I'm going to say Rams 31, 49ers 17.
31-17?
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Jason, we got about 30 seconds, and then, like I said, we're handing off to Football Friday. We'll talk more about this, but February 9th, the Comedy Store in La Jolla.
Wednesday, February 9th, a week from Wednesday, I'm at the Comedy Store in La Jolla, headlining, 8 p.m. show. Tickets are only $10. If you go to the Comedy Store website, La Jolla, click on Wednesday the 9th, buy some tickets, come on out. There'll be some great friends. We'll have a great time. I really like this material that I'm doing right now, so I'll be headlining, and it'll be fun. And it's one of the chances to see me probably a handful of times a year there.
Dude, we're all coming. We'll all be there on February 9th. I'm inviting all the great friends. Radio listeners, peace out from the 7 Mile Casino Studios. Podcasters, separate ending for you. Have a great week.
Thank you for joining us. Catch Scott Kaplan and Crew tonight from 7 to 8 p.m. Pacific every Monday through Friday. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk.
Kaplan and Crew Tonight is brought to you by BMW San Diego, your certified BMW dealer, serving drivers throughout San Diego and the surrounding areas.
We are very proud to announce that the Mightier 1090 is SoCal's newest ESPN affiliate. Introducing the Mightier 1090 ESPN Radio. One of the largest radio stations in North America just got bigger and better. Joining forces with the worldwide leader of sports, ESPN. The Mightier 1090 ESPN Radio.
Alive and Well at Yearview want to send you and a guest on a fabulous vacation in Hawaii. You'll stay at the luxurious Fairmont Orchid Hawaii and experience their award-winning spa. Enjoy acres of gardens, waterfalls, an oceanfront pool, and white sand beach. Winners will also receive Sambucol Black Elderberry products to complete your wellness journey. Visit aliveandwell.tv for your chance to win.
Brought to you by Prospect Home Finance. Fast, friendly, affordable.
Prospect Home Finance, San Diego's mortgage leader, is celebrating 15 years of happy clients. HomeFinance.com is the go-to resource online or on your mobile device to discover your best home loan options.
Hi, I'm Jason Bondrak, CEO at Prospect Home Finance. I want to say thank you to all of our clients, both past and future. As part of our 15-year anniversary, we'll close your home loan in 15 business days.
Start your easy home finance process today at HomeFinance.com.
Kaplan and Crew Tonight presents Let's Talk Hookup.
Hi, this is Pete Gray with this week's Fish Report. Still wintertime fishing, sand bass and sculpin in the California waters. Sand bass have been hitting some leadhead with MT swim baits on them. Little tip of squid on the end might be a good choice for you. Catalina, still no sign of good yellowtail fishing, but the lobster fishing has been pretty good on the front side, and there's been some bonita and some halibut on the back side, so you might check that out. A lot of squid over at San Clemente Island, but no sign of yellowtail over there yet. So hopefully that'll change soon. Of course, south of the border, Coronado Islands, still no sign of yellowtail yet, but good rock fishing, really good lingcod fishing down there. So watch for that to be better. Down in Cabo, lots of good striped marlin fishing. So if you want to head south, get a little warm weather, some good fishing, go down to Cabo. Hey, this weekend on Let's Talk Hookup, we're going to have a couple of great shows. So be sure to tune in on the Let's Talk Hookup app and the Mightier 1090 ESPN Radio.
Let's Talk Hookup airs on the Mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio, Saturday and Sunday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m.
1090 just got bigger and better. Please join us in welcoming SoCal's newest ESPN affiliate, the Mightier 1090 ESPN Radio. NFL, MLB, NBA, live game, the best sports talk programming with the largest signal in all of California. The Mightier 1090 ESPN Radio.
Today, we proudly held the ribbon cutting ceremony for our new office in La Jolla, California. Here we are in the Merrill Lynch building, right in the middle of the village, and really, really happy to be part of this neighborhood. This is really special to Prospect in that it almost signifies the fact that we've grown up officially. We have survived the past 15 years by being very agile. We come to this one amazing location from 3 separate offices. So it's fantastic having everyone under one roof. This is going to do wonders in terms of streamlining our operations, being able to communicate with someone down the hall as opposed to someone who's several blocks away is going to be terrific. Our CEO, Jason Vondrak, he's a very humble person, but I know this day really, really means a lot to him in that he has led this company for 15 years, and he started this business out of a studio apartment, and look where we are now. That's huge. I think this new space signifies just endless possibilities for Prospects. I mean, we're headquartered in La Jolla, but we do business all around the country. So our goal is to be licensed to offer home financing in all 50 states, and we're well on our way.
Prospect Home Finance. Fast, friendly, affordable.
I founded Driveway Auction after working in the automotive industry. Becoming a dealer and questioning the process that puts consumers at a huge disadvantage when selling their cars.
The big difference between Driveway and the other services is that Driveway works for you. If you've ever tried to sell a car, you know that it's an awful process that makes you either go and meet strangers in parking lots to take test drives or sit at the dealership for hours and hours while they wear you down. Driveway eliminated all of that.
With Driveway Auction, we come to you, so we complete the 40-point vehicle inspection from the comfort and convenience of your own driveway.
We send an independent third-party inspector to take measurements of the car, take pictures of it, evaluate the condition.
We use that information to advocate for you, using our network of buyers to compete. And when they compete, you win.
They take over the whole process, and you don't have to do anything.
Our clients get more money and a better process with Driveway.
Everybody at Driveway made me feel so comfortable during the whole process. It was a great experience.
Prospect Home Finance is a mortgage company. We specialize in residential refinances and home purchases. So Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, if you're going out looking for a pre-approval to buy a new home, meet with the realtor, we would help you facilitate that and walk you through the process from A to Z. We specialize in getting homeowners loans for their dream home, but we also do more than that. So today we came down to Ocean Beach, partnered up with Surfrider, and had some team members come down here from Prospect, all pitched together, and had quite a bit of trash to clean up.
It's really heartening to see people come out and really care for the waterways.
It was great getting out here, and we're going to do it again soon. We're always looking for ways to give back to the community of San Diego. So if you have any ideas or need any help or support in any way, visit us at homefinance.com.
Kaplan and Crew Tonight is brought to you by BMW San Diego, your certified BMW dealer, serving drivers throughout San Diego and the surrounding areas. Join Jane Klaus on Creative Living as she shares fun and inspiring ideas for enriching your life.
I'm Jane Klaus, and on the next Creative Living, we're talking about making positive changes in your lifestyle to kick off the new year. And a new career path for 2022 that could have you traveling the country.
Watch Creative Living, Sunday night at 8:30 on YourView and YourView.com. Creative Living. Imagine what you can do. Great things can be achieved when a community comes together. Join Erica Cardenas on Doing More as she introduces you to ordinary people working side by side to confront tremendous challenges and make a positive impact in their community.
Hi, I'm Erica Cardenas. Join me on the next Doing More as we celebrate Black History Month with recognition of African American history, culture, and perseverance.
Watch Doing More, Sunday night at 6 on YourView and YourView.com. If you love animals, Animal Zone is for you. From rescues to animal experts, Animal Zone is fun for the whole family. Watch Animal Zone right here on YourView, Saturdays at 8:30 a.m. And visit animalzone.org to learn more about the show.
Thank you for joining us. Catch Scott Kaplan and Crew tonight from 7 to 8 p.m. Pacific every Monday through Friday. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 a.m. A new generation of radio. SoCal Sports Talk.
Welcome to another Celebrity Golf Classic, presented by Somecoin Cryptocurrency and by American Fitness, the official apparel partner of our Celebrity Golf Classics. It's a perfect day for another Golf Classic event, and we're here at the beautiful Painted Desert Golf Club in Las Vegas, Nevada. This championship-style course is etched into the desert not far from the Las